Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's live stream. In tonight's show, I'm going to talk about Man United's women's 4-0 victory against Aston Villa women, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about F1 as well, because as an F1 fan, I am absolutely seething right now with my team Ferrari. Honestly, fuming at the highest level. If you've not checked out my rant yet on my F1 channel, make sure you go and check it out. The link to my F1 channel is in the title to this video. It's also in the description and pinned on top of the live chat and in the description to the video as well is my channel membership. Yes, I'm a level 1 and level 2 membership. Why not consider becoming a channel member today to get early access to new videos, members only videos, members only live streams, and a level 1 and level 2 membership? So you can pick whichever level you want. If you want to help fund the YouTube channel, then you can find all the information pinned on top of the live chat. But big up to every single one of you who's live and locked in this evening. Much appreciated. I'll just say big up to the community as always. Diet 14. Chelsea and Manchester United women are elite. Can we cook Ferrari because their accounts and error and being disappointed and championship titles fight is over? It's looking that way, isn't it, Diet 14? I mean, but unfortunately, mate, as a Ferrari fan, I'm used to it. You know, it's just absolute rinse and repeat, isn't it? I mean, oh my goodness me. And Sancho as well. Yep, we will be talking about Sancho. I'll get on to that in a bit. But Manchester United women today winning 4-0 against Aston Villa women at Villa Park. I am very, very happy because literally that is the perfect way to bounce back after the disappointments at Anfield last week where Liverpool beat us 3-1, Liverpool women. So, yep, let's have a look at the goal scorers, shall we? I'll have a look on my other phone, my personal phone. I know Turland's got 2 goals, which are very good goals. Turland scored in the 22nd minute and 31st minute. Then before half time, Clinton and Leah Galton in the 64th minute. Yeah, I mean, we made light work really of Aston Villa. And the passing was brilliant. The style play was fantastic. I tell you what, Man United's women are a lot more exciting than Man United's men. Let's get the narrative right here. And Man United's women are elite, and so are Chelsea women as well, as they went 8 points clear until we played our game today. They opened up an 8-point lead. We got it back down to 5 points, but you know, they didn't have the best of performance against Man City women in the first half, but the second half, usual story. They came back and won, and that's what makes Chelsea women so elite, because they have the winning mentality, unlike the men who are absolutely in the gutter at the moment. And so Man United's men's team as well, they're in the gutter. But the women are literally the reason why I am staying passionate into football this season, because Man United's women land in the minerals, unlike the men. But the men have won their last 2 games, so I'm hoping this maybe is the start of something, but I'm not getting carried away because you've got to consider the opposition. I mean, we beat a very poor Leicester City side and a very poor Real Sociedad side. So this is why I'm not getting giddy one bit over Manchester United men winning them matches. But as the women, you know, the way we're going forward, creating chances, absolutely amazing performance. Just, brilliant. Aston for their women had a couple of opportunities, but they never really threatened our women too much. So it's a very comfortable game at Villa Park today for Manchester United women. Right, hello, Mr. Josh. Ferrari, honestly, ha ha ha. Typical. I like the thumbnail for your Ferrari rants. Big up, geezer. I saw the Ferrari news this afternoon. I haven't seen the whole story. Just come back. Our stream, lads. And Michael.Chelsea SC, I have sent you the link, mate. So if you want to chat about F1, then please do, mate. I sent it to you on Twitter, so you're more than welcome to come on, mate. We can talk about it. I can give you more insight what's happened. Because, honestly, this is so Ferrari. Every bloody season, I think we're going to get somewhere. We seem to absolutely mess it up. Oh, we can't get them soon enough, daylight sourcing. We need them upgrades ASAP because we are a sinking ship. Oh, wow. I know it's only race 2, but our title hopes are fading already. Yeah, no problem, mate. I'll get my laptop out. That's why I tagged your channel in the title as well, mate. Because I had a feeling you might come on. So, yeah. But my goodness, mate, it's just absolutely pathetic. Every single fucking season, I've had enough. Just literally the same old story with Ferrari. Alex Albon smoking Carlos Sainz. We love to see it. Albon is saying he needs to get used to car excuses. To be honest, Kai, I've been really disappointed, mate, with Carlos Sainz's start. I was expecting a lot more. His performances have been nowhere near sustainable at the end of the day. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. Teams should focus on 2026 car now. I mean, there's still plenty of time in the season to turn it around. So even when we do turn it around, it's usually too late to win the championship at Daylight 14, unfortunately. So we're in a no win, no lose situation, really. It's like, what do we do? Do we just think, right, we got it wrong with this year's car, let's move on to next year's, or do we still try and salvage it this season and compete for the title? To me, it's just like somehow we definitely made an error on this car because race pace is shocking. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Let's absolutely get it right. Obviously, I don't have a wooden spoon at the moment, so I can't get that out. The rookies are out qualifying the more experienced teammates. No excuses for science. I agree. My driver, Ollie Behrman, in the points as well. He finished P10 but got promoted to P8. Absolutely unbelievable. I heard some news. Lawson might be getting replaced in Japan. Yes, mate. There are strong rumours coming out that Liam Lawson is about to be replaced by 1-for-1 Yuki Tsunoda. And Colapinto could be going to Racing Bulls. So it sounds like Liam Lawson may be out altogether. I feel so sorry for Lawson. I do as well, Kai. You know, Red Bull promoted him too soon. Red Bull are absolute clowns, mate. Let's get the narrative right here. They're literally, I cannot stand that team. I hate that team with passion, honestly. So I'm not blaming Liam Lawson. It's Red Bull's fault for promoting him too soon. Let's get it right. Why did he get the seat in the first place? I mean, why on earth they didn't put Yuki Tsunoda in that car in the first place? I have no idea. Look what he's doing for racing bulls. He's doing absolutely unbelievable. The thing is, if he goes back to racing bulls, he'll do very well. That Red Bull is crap as fuck. But how come Max is able to do well in it? Literally, that Red Bull car is poor, but Max literally gets the best opportunity. Oh, mate, ever since that happened, my hates level has gone up a whole new level. And since then, absolutely disgraceful how our driver got robbed in the title. Because let's get it right, he got robbed, cheated, because the race should have never ended that way, which is Michael Massey's fault, honestly. I think Isaac Hadjar would do better and Wilson wouldn't bet against it. I agree, 100%. To me, I think the Racing Bulls car at the moment is a better car than a Red Bull 8 team's car. Ever since Adrian Newey's left Red Bull, that car has been absolute trash at the end of the day. Let's get the narrative right here. Terrible car to drive, honestly, at Red Bull Racing. But yet, Max, how elite he is, he literally is getting the best out of that car. Wilson isn't a bad driver. He proved that at Racing Bulls is clearing that the car's crap and he's struggling regardless of being P20. I agree with you. I was not happy at all. Did you rant about it on video? Um, Not too sure if I did, because I was just so devastated, what happened and trying to wrap my head around it. But, it's like Lewis wasn't at fault that day, nor was Max. Even though I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, on that day, both Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen were victims that day because the race should have never ended that way. And I feel sorry for Verstappen. His first title will be remembered as that. Look, he did very well that season. And on the balance of play, you say he did deserve the title, but my driver should have been champion because literally the race should have ended under safety cars. So, but I don't make the rules. Unfortunately, the FIA do. The corrupt wankers, because that's what FIA are, corrupt wankers. I mean, MBS, the president as well. Oh my goodness me, the FIA president, don't get me started on that, Ron. Seriously, he's an absolute disgrace. MBS. Do you think Lewis will get another chance or too late now? I mean, just depends what Ferrari do, mate. The thing is, cars suited to Max. Alex Albon explained it perfectly. Max likes the car on 100% sensitivity, like when the mouse on the computer goes anywhere. Oh, that's interesting, guy. I'm not sure if I listened to that interview. It's very interesting, but how come he keeps getting the best out of the car? That's a question you got to ask yourself. But he's a very good driver, Max. You can't take anything away from Max. He's literally one of the best drivers I've ever known. Just in a league of one at times, he really is. I mean, Norris, do I think he could be world champion? Yes, but does he have the bottling nature? Yes, unfortunately. What's in the championship now? Norris still leads, and Verstappen is second. But I still think, deep down, Lando Norris is title favourite because I think he would have learned a lot from last season. And I honestly believe he would cut out on these silly errors he's making. So we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. But I cannot see it being Lewis Hamilton, unfortunately, just because, unfortunately, my team have a reputation to keep bottoming it. So, it's so jarring, man. Because we got the driver lineups to do it, but we just need the team of people to get it right in the technical department, strategy department. We got the car, but we just need the tools to do it. And it's so fucking frustrating that we know as Ferrari fans, we are close to glory, but we're not quite there yet. It's just like, oh boy, The reason why is because the car is built around Max. The second Red Bull driver ain't happening, but there's the reason why everyone struggled. But Max, that's interesting, guy. Here we go. Just about to add Michael Chelsea FC in.
Yeah. Big up,
Yo,
geezer. Yeah,
big up,
don't
mate.
worry. I'm on the laptop tonight, so
Cool.
yeah, I'm not downstairs this time.
Awesome.
So yeah, we should have no problems, fella. So yeah, how are you doing? How is everything?
Yeah, I'm all good. Well, not very happy about Ferrari, obviously, but apart from that, mate, I'm all good. But
Yeah.
Man United women earlier on, they put a smile on my face, so happy about that.
Yeah, been an eventful day for me. Obviously, I've done the stream of the Grand Prix this morning, and then I went on to upset a lot of Tottenham fans.
Oh yeah, I heard about that on your show earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it is what it is, Joshua J. I mean, I call people out, and I will keep calling it out.
So do I, mate. You know, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've had it all my life, you know. If people don't like me, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know, I've had it all my life anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know in terms of social media, at the end of the day, it's words on a screen to me.
Yes, it is, mate. I
It doesn't
agree.
affect me, you know. I mean, I was bullied at school when I was a kid, and that was face to face. So, to all them people who were hiding behind the screen, how about say it to my face?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's what I say on that. But yeah, I stand by what I say, geezer. Yeah,
Yes.
Tottenham are a small club at the same level as a Fulham and a Brentford. And that's
I
not
agree.
right. And if they don't like it, well, tough.
Yeah.
And yet, if they're on about being a big club, why do they sell their better players?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, you know, all these other clubs, you know, Arsenal, Tottenham, they come at Chelsea and Man City, yeah, for saying we're oil clubs. But people have got to accept that football has changed as well.
Yeah.
And obviously you're a Man United fan, Joshy J. You know, if Sheikh Azim had bought Man United in full, you would have bite the hand off of that guy to get the club.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. And yet some people waffle on about history. It's absolutely hysterical.
Yeah.
But yeah, the F1. Yeah, this that stream, 8 hour stream today. I didn't intend for that to go on for 8 hours, by the way.
Is that how long you did? Did you do 8 hours?
Yeah,
wow.
I want to say big up to AK4P. He came on the show.
And I watched that earlier on, actually. That was really good.
Yeah, he lands it, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, for me, I don't give an absolute shit what people think. You
No.
know, people don't like me, deal with it. That's their problem.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, that's what you say in your stream. You know, when you do them ratings, yeah. If people don't like me ratings, tough. I don't care. I've seen that you say it in your stream, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the attitude to have. So, yeah, I fully agree with that. But yeah, the F1 this morning. Obviously, I haven't seen the full story about Ferrari. I'm well aware of what's happened. I know Pierre Gasly has been disqualified as well.
Yeah.
He was 11th, wasn't he, as well? So he was out of the points anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's the full story, geezer? I am gonna read it up, and then I'll put.
So basically, both the cars got disqualified because Leclerc had a bit of front wing damage, and apparently Ferrari took too much of it off, which made his car underweight. And with Lewis Hamilton, what happened with him was that apparently there were parts fitted to his car what were in the wrong place, like certain areas Ferrari got it wrong. So that's why, unfortunately, he got disqualified as well. I mean, it's just embarrassing, mate. I mean, we're a historic outfit. We're making silly mistakes like this. This is why we will not win the title, mate, if we cannot
Yeah.
get on top of this shit.
Yeah. Who was it who got in the points? Is it Lance Stroll and Carlos Sainz? I think they're the 12th,
Yes.
13th.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah. Oh. Right. You know, in terms of Ferrari, 5th and 6th, I mean, that was the initial result. And I mean, I know now. But yeah, we didn't have the pace, did we, Geezer?
Nope.
Yeah, even Max Verstappen, he got us back in the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
We lost out to him in the end, didn't we?
We did, mate.
The pace, you know, in terms of McLaren, obviously they're ahead. That's clear.
Yeah, 100%.
But I thought we would have had at least the pace of, let's say, George Russell. At the very least.
Yep.
But it doesn't look like we're on the pace of him either. So, yeah, it's worrying if that's the case. And yeah, you know, yesterday I was positive after, you know, the sprint. I mean, yeah, I mean, Lewis did a great job in terms of that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
But yeah, in terms of, it was like a different race altogether.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, Geezer?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I saw your video earlier. Yeah, look, I agree with you in terms of Ollie Behrman. I did give him, you know, an honourable mention. I said it in your comments.
Yeah, you did.
For me, driver of the day, I went with Esteban Ocon. He actually finished ahead of Mercedes.
I mean, to be fair, that's outstanding.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing, you know, where Haas were a week ago in Australia?
Yeah.
No. I mean, that is a massive leap, in it.
100%.
That is great to see. So, you know, in terms of both of them, I mean, both of them got points, which is what matters. It's for the team, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I went with Ocon. Obviously, you went with Ollie Behrman. And big up to F1 fan CFC 1905. Is that his name? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know he knew Ollie Behrman. I did not know that until he told me in the chat.
Yeah, that's how I got into following his journey as well, mate.
Yeah.
This is why I'm a hardcore fan of him as well.
Yeah. He seems like a nice young lad. And if he, you know, he looks, you know, grounded, doesn't he? He's grounded.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's what we need in terms of, let's say, young drivers, because, you know, in terms of, let's say, some of the other rookies have been erratic, haven't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good night, Kai. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Yeah, I think Kai's not a fan of Ruben Amorim, is he?
Nope.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah. Have you noticed, Joshy J. Geezer, in terms of Ruben Amorim in games, that he looks down at the floor?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And you know that is the realization of how hard his job is actually is.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the realization, isn't it?
100%.
You know, initially, I don't think he knows what he walks into, but now he does.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, in terms of, Daniel Knights 14 wants a question. Lawson. Right. This is what I've got to say about Liam Lawson, yeah? Don't blame it on Liam Lawson. It's not his fault.
I agree. Red Bull were accountable for this, mate. They promoted him too soon.
Yeah. If I was young, you know, if I was round about his age, I'd snap the hands off of that drive.
Yep.
Absolutely, of course I would. So look, I'm not going to blame him. I blame, if it were me, if I was a Red Bull fan, I'd be blaming Christian Horner. He did this.
Yep.
Yeah. Him and Helmut Marko for not showing damn minerals. Isn't Helmut Marko meant to be the boss?
Yes.
And yet, when you look at Red Bull, it seems like it's Christian Horner to me.
Yeah.
So who's in charge here?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And Yuki Tsunoda, 6th place in the sprint. Points again.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is why I know I gave Liam Lawson a 2. That's based on performance. That's not based on him as a person.
Yeah.
He's been thrown into a tough place now.
I agree.
And I think people, calling him out, I think it's unfair.
100%.
This is the fault of Marco and Horner in the first place. If they put Yuki Tsunoda in that car like they should have done, maybe they wouldn't have had this now.
Yeah.
But they've made this, they've created it themselves.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's what I've got to say on that, Joshua J. But yeah, what do you think of Liam Lawson? Right, he's made errors. I know that. He has made errors. I'm not saying he hasn't. That's the reason why I rated him at that number, too early. But I'm not going to be coming at him and blaming him.
No.
Because he's not the boss. He didn't say, I want the drive. Of course he's going to bite the hand off a team like Red Bull. Of course he is.
Yeah.
If you got a top drive, Joshy J, let's say at Ferrari and what have you, you bite the hand off, wouldn't you?
100%, because I'm a Ferrari fan and they're my favourite team. So, of course, I'll be off their faster going to say, but.
Yeah. And if you had 2 poor races, people would be calling you out.
Yeah.
But it's not on you because you're not the team boss, are you? You're just a driver.
Yeah.
And Formula One is more than what you see at a race weekend. There's the people in the factories. There's the mechanics, the engineers. There's everyone involved.
Yeah.
And people don't realise that. I mean, I should have said that in my stream today, but I didn't do. Maybe I'll do that next time. So, yeah, Liam Lawson, look, you've put him in the car now. Live with it.
Yep.
Live with it and ride it out.
Yep.
And yeah, it's unfair because I mean, we said it all last year. It was too early for him, didn't we? We all said it.
Yeah, we all said it.
I said it.
Yep.
But that's on him, and that's why I called out Christian Horner today. I think I got my silver spoon out for that. I don't know if you saw it.
Did you?
Yeah, I called him out. Yeah, I mean, he's a wrong gun.
Yeah, he is.
We've got to put him in his place, haven't we? He's a wrong gun.
Yep.
And all the shit he said about our team over years, yeah.
Yep.
And don't forget, he was striking about team orders, and yet he goes and does the bloody same thing later. So he's a hypocrite.
Yeah, he is.
So, Max Verstappen, was he fourth?
Yeah, mate, 4th.
Good drive. I think
very good driving. Yeah, because that Red Bull is clearly not on McLaren's pace, and he's still doing a solid job.
Yeah. I think it was a solid drive. It was no more than that. Ferrari, 5th and 6th initially. Look, I gave them 6s all round. So they were close in proximity most of the time, weren't they? Anyway, Leclerc had that damaged wing, didn't he? I didn't know there was an incident between them two.
I was going to ask you, what did you think about that? Because to me, I just think no one was to blame. It's just a
Yeah,
racing incident.
yeah, yeah, I agree. It's just a racing incident. I say move on from it.
Yeah,
There were plenty of other incidents as well. I think Bortoletto, he went off on lap 1, and yeah, that pretty much ruined his race anyway.
yeah, he
Um,
did.
oh,
Yeah,
did you see the battle between Isaac Hadjar and Jack Doohan?
yes, I did.
I actually thought that was quite good.
Yeah,
Uh, Jack Doohan, he's got errors in him.
yeah.
Look, I think it's well, where do you stand? I mean, obviously, we're saying this about Liam Lawson. Do you think we should all give Jack Doohan time as well at this point?
I mean, maybe, but like with Liam Lawson, I actually do like him. I actually think he's a decent driver because you can see he can definitely overtake. Can't he? He can pull off some
Yeah,
good
yeah, we've seen that.
overtaking moves.
Yeah, and I think he should have stayed at the Racing Bulls. That he should have stayed there. Learn his craft and that.
Yeah,
If you get 2 years at the same team, like that under your belt, and then maybe think about another drive.
yeah,
But I think he should have had a full year there. That's how you learn.
I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I did. When I see Jack Doohan, from what I've seen of him so far, he seems like he's in the gravel trap whenever I see him.
Yeah,
But I do think there was that good battle with Hadjar, which I thought was improvement. Jack Doohan a little bit, but
yeah,
yeah, I think there's major work to do in terms of him. But yeah, I think it just shows that some of them are still learning, and maybe that's the case for him.
yeah,
So,
maybe. Yeah,
but yeah, I saw your video about you were exactly happy about Kimi Antonelli being driver of the day, which I actually agree with that because
yeah.
he finished behind Ocon
He did.
in the house. So how is he driver of the day?
Yeah, I know, mate. Make it make sense.
If he was driver of the day, he would have finished ahead of him.
I agree.
So I don't get that. I mean, last week, yeah, fantastic drive. I fully understand it.
Yeah,
I think fourth, wasn't he? So
yeah,
I get that. But today, come on. I mean, for me, I give it to Esteban Ocon in my stream.
yeah,
Obviously, because he finished ahead of Mercedes. I did enjoy that battle with Ollie Behrman and Pierre Gasly. I thought that was good as well.
yeah.
That was that is how you make a pass and move.
Definitely. Yeah,
Driving from both of them.
I agree.
Driving. That's how you do it. Ooh. Jack Doohan's 6. Yeah, I agree with that. Kimi Antonelli. Yeah, I agree to an extent. I probably would have put Behrman in second.
Yeah.
I would have put Isaac in third. And I think I would have put Gabriel in fourth. There.
No.
I mean, that's how I would have done it.
Yeah.
But Gabriel Bortoletto, Sauber. It wasn't their weekend, was it?
No.
They didn't have the same magic as they did in Australia, did they?
Yeah, that's true. Very true, mate.
I think they were 17th and 18th in the end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a poor weekend. But yeah, we covered. Have we covered Mercedes? George Russell podium, solid drive.
Yeah, very, very solid. Yeah. Very good.
I think he's done a good job, you know, taking over as, let's say, team leader. I
Of
mean,
course, like he's under a lot of pressure this season because
yeah,
realistically, he's the team leader at Mercedes, and the last first two races, fair plays and a solid job.
I don't think Kai agrees with me there. Yeah, he's done. All right, he's done it in qualifying, but I'm talking about the race. I'm talking about the race.
Yeah,
If he delivers in the race, and then I'll give him his prop. You know, I'll give him credit. But in terms of qualifying and race are a bit of a different story, isn't it?
yeah,
And in terms of qualifying, Liam Lawson's made errors in the first part of qualifying.
yeah, he has. Yeah,
Would have Bortoletto have got in if Liam Lawson had posted a proper time? Probably not.
yeah,
But you know, it is what it is in terms of what you know where Sauber. But
I agree. Yeah,
Russell, podium. I think he's doing a good job. So he's in a Sauber. He can't show his potential. They were poor this weekend. Look, they were poor this weekend.
yeah,
Look, Sauber. People didn't have them down as slowest in testing. Not initially. I
yeah,
mean, people were saying it was Haas. But if you look at that race today, it looks like it's Sauber.
100%. Yeah,
But look, look, Bortoletto, yeah, he's done well in qualifying. Not going to knock him for that. But he needs to deliver in the race.
yeah,
If he delivers in the race, and then, yeah, I'll give him credit.
yeah.
That was 17th and 18th though.
Yeah.
You know, and Bortoletto wrecked his race by being in the gravel in lap 1. That's
Yeah, I
why
agree.
I marked
Yeah,
him down. So look, yeah, F2 is a lot different from Formula 1.
of course it is. Yeah,
Different.
yeah,
You know, obviously F2, you know, the cars are more or less equal X and all that. And obviously you're racing hard. But in F1, it's entirely different.
yeah,
That's the reality.
yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, who have we not covered yet, Geezer? We covered Ferrari.
I want to talk about racing balls. I actually
Hmm.
feel a bit sorry for racing balls because the last two races, they should have been in the points. I think they got a really good car, but they're not taking full advantage of it.
Yeah. Oh, I've got to say, Isaac Hadjar, I think he was 7th in qualifying.
Yeah,
Was it was it the actual qualifying or was it sprint qualifying? It was 7th. He was in the
yeah,
top 10. So I think we're seeing more of his potential this weekend. So I'm actually glad we got to see that.
yeah,
There might have been an issue with his car.
yeah, there might have been. Yeah,
There might have been an issue. I mean, we didn't see it. There might have been an issue with his car, Kai.
yeah,
I mean, their race was wrecked anyway. Yeah, he must have had something wrong with his car with it being 20-second gap. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Racing Bulls, Yuki Tsunoda. Yeah, it were his race today. I mean, yeah, it was unfortunate.
I mean, did you see that front wing what broke? That was very
Yeah, I did, yeah.
bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, initially when I saw that, I thought he might have had an incident with Isaac Hadjar or Jack Doohan because he was racing with them when that happened. I actually thought he might have gone into the back of one of them, but it didn't turn out that was the case.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna want to read up about that. Has he done a post-race interview? I'd be keen to see what he's said.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's done one, I'm going to have a look at that. But yeah, that was unusual, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I want to say this. I know F1 Fancy FC was in my chat. He thinks the Racing Bulls are sabotaging Yuki Tsunoda. Do you think there's any truth of that?
I mean, who knows, mate? But he seems to have a lot of bad luck, doesn't he, Yuki Tsunoda?
Yeah, obviously there's one thing though, Geezer, isn't there?
Yeah.
Next year, I think he's going to be going to Aston Martin.
Yes.
Because obviously they got Honda, haven't they, next
year? Yeah.
And it's, you know what? It's going to be unfortunate because it's going to be because Fernando Alonso is not going to be there, is he?
Nope.
And I hope we see Fernando Alonso in Formula One.
Yes.
But yeah, he's had rotten luck in the first two races, hasn't he?
Oh, mate, I feel so sorry for him. He's on 0 points after two races.
I mean, the first race, that obviously that incident, which was uncharacteristic from him.
Yeah.
And then in the second race, it was brake failure. So that weren't his fault.
No.
Who's going to replace Alonso? Where do you think he will go? I think he wants a crack in the top team.
Yeah.
He wants to be in the top team. Right. And this is a good point what you made about George Russell, Joshy J.
Yeah.
If he ends up under pressure, Fernando Alonso is waiting in the wings.
100%.
He's waiting in the wings.
Yep.
Isn't he?
100%, mate.
So that's an interesting point, Daniel Nats 14 there. Could you see Alonso in a Mercedes?
Wow.
I mean, Aston Martin, their engine are Mercedes currently.
Yeah.
Let's not rule that bit out. I mean, that's a good point. I think that's interesting. Now, maybe. Zay Maloney and Theo. Is it Pocher?
Teo
Porsche. Yeah. Being sober juniors tells you everything you need to know. No faith in their ability. Look, we're sober. Look, I get why they've gone for that lineup. I actually do think that's a good driver lineup.
I agree.
You've got to understand why they've gone for Nico Hulkenberg. They've gone for experience.
I agree.
That move there.
Yeah.
And Nico Hulkenberg, time and time again, proves he's actually a great driver.
Thanks, mate.
Great driver, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we're going to see throughout his Formula One career that he's never been in a top team.
Yeah. I agree.
I think he should have. But look, in terms of reserve drivers, look, those guys are young, aren't they? Look, the thing is with reserve drivers, look, they're there just in case they're called upon. Just in case. Yeah, of course. In terms of Ferrari, Joshy J. Geezer, we've got Guan Yu Zhou, haven't we?
Yeah.
Our reserve driver now.
Yeah.
So at least he's in Formula One to an extent, same as Bottas. But that's just in case anyone gets, injured or they miss a race weekend or they're ill or anything like that. And that's obviously, when reserve drivers step in, don't they?
Yeah.
Of course, we saw that with young Ollie Behrman last year, didn't we? You know,
Yeah.
when Carlos Sainz was taking ill and that. So, yeah, who if we haven't covered? Lance Stroll. We haven't
Yeah.
mentioned. What do you think, Geezer? In
I
terms of
mean,
Lance Stroll so
look,
far?
I'm not his biggest fan, but
Yeah.
fair play to him. He's doing a solid job.
Yeah, I agree. And he was in the points for a lot of the race today. It's
Yeah.
always different strategy that put him outside the points.
Yeah.
On the same strategy, I think, as Ollie Behrman. Of course, Ollie Behrman finished 10th, didn't he?
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah. I've said it in my stream, Joshy J, that I've been eating a bit of humble pie in terms of him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've got to say fair play to him. Yeah, I mean, you know what I think of him, and you know, I know what you think of him as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, we do give people their credit, don't we? We do that.
100%. Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is, and yeah, he's done a good job, hasn't he? He's got points. At least they've got points on the board. I think it's only Alpine that haven't got any points now, isn't it? I think it's
Which is quite ironic because this time last year they had the slowest car on the grid, so they're on 0 points this time last year as well. Where actually this car is probably better than last year's.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, who've we not covered, Geezer? Have we covered everybody?
I mean, Leclerc, what did you think of his race like? Because he had the damage from wing and that. I thought he did a solid job. I mean, I couldn't believe he was faster than Lewis Hamilton. Crazy.
Yeah. You know, in terms of Ferrari, my expectation after the sprint, I was very hyped up. You know, when Lewis Hamilton won the sprint, I
Yeah.
did. I was very hyped up in my watch along, Geezer. I don't know if you saw it. I mean, yeah, I was very excited, and then Williams. Yeah, I've not mentioned them.
They deserve a shout out. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they had a very solid start, you know. Especially Alex Albon, he's doing wonders.
Yeah. He's doing well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, fifth. Where did he finish today? He would have moved up, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Seventh?
Hang on, I'll have a look. Let's have a look at the race result. Here we go. Let's go on to my good friends Google. F1 race result. Here we go. Race results. Right. So he finished at 7th today. P7.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, fair play to him. I know I think in testing, people did say that Williams were the best of the rest.
Yeah.
I think that's what people said in testing. Look, yeah, I think Alexander Albon, you know, he's done the job. He's put it in the points, and yeah, and also it was his 29th birthday today as well.
Yes, it was.
I did notice on Twitter. So yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a great day for him. And you know what? Well done to him.
Yeah.
Because you know, in terms of Red Bull, they tossed him out like a piece of rubbish, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
You know, like they did with Gasly.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play to him. And this season, yeah, he's done a great job. Carlos Sainz, on the other hand, I know.
I've been really disappointed with his start. I was expecting a lot more. I was thinking he'll be beating Alex Albon.
Yeah, I did. I think he finished in. Was he in the points? Would it have been 10th in the end?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Look, from what I've seen, I could only judge it on this race today because obviously in Australia he went on team lap 1 or something, didn't he?
yeah.
He didn't have the pace of Albon all weekend.
No,
I don't think he didn't have the pace for some reason or another. So obviously, Albon most underrated driver. Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah, he is.
Yeah. Imagine if Logan Sargent comes back to Cadillac. I don't think that's happening.
I mean, he's out of his depth. No chance.
No. In terms of Cadillac, I think it's going to be Sergio Perez, and I think it's going to be Colton Herta.
Yeah,
Colton Herta is the guy who's mentioned the most, from what I'm hearing. Of course, there was IndyCars earlier on. I haven't seen that yet, so I'm actually going to be watching that later.
I watched it earlier. Just so that you know, you may miss out on some of the race because there was a power outage. There was a total power outage, so we missed about 11 laps of the coverage.
Oh, right. I'll be well aware of that then. So yeah, I'll fast forward that 11 minutes then. That's a good point from Kai. Alex Palou. Yeah, good point. Yeah, he's Alex Palou, Pato Award. Yeah, there's some good drivers in that field. There are some good drivers.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think they're keen of getting someone who's American, though. I think, and that's why they want to go with Colton Herta.
yeah,
So, yeah, I think Sergio Perez is going to have that drive, and you know what? Yeah, I mean Sergio Perez, he's a lucky guy. If he does get that drive, I bet he's going to be glad to be back in Formula One, isn't he?
because actually he's quite a good driver, but
Yeah, I
again,
agree.
he just could not quite get to grips with that Red Bull, could he?
You know what? You know, the worst thing on what they did was Sergio Perez was giving him a new contract. So that's their fault. That's not his. That's the fault of Helmut Marko and Christian Horner for giving
I
him
agree, mate.
a new contract.
Yep.
So that's not on him. And of course, yeah, of course he's going to take it. You know, he wants to be in Formula One.
Yeah.
You know, and I do think it's sad in terms of, let's say, you know, the Mexico fans, because obviously, you know, they love him out there, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah, I know his driving wasn't good, but, you know, if he delivers at Cadillac, that new team,
Yeah.
therefore they're going to be in the mud, and we can mud them again.
Yeah.
2006 as well. If he does well, therefore mud him.
Yep.
So yeah, that's not his fault that he was given a contract extension. That weren't on him.
Nope.
So yeah. What do you think to people on social media, Joshy J, where they pin everything on the drivers? What do you think about that?
Pathetic, mate. Why don't you just hold the team accountable?
Yeah. I've seen some on Twitter already calling for Liam Lawson's head after 2 rounds.
Pathetic, honestly.
I mean, yeah, it's embarrassing, isn't it? Robert Schwartzman. Yeah, I do remember him. Yeah, he's in IndyCars. Same with Callum Eilert as well. Callum Eilert as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, they were part of the Ferrari program. Both of them, weren't they? Yeah, I remember. They were both part of the Ferrari program. But obviously, you know, they didn't get drives. But yeah, in terms of F1, what did you think of the race itself? I know it
Good.
was.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Good morning to you, Hayden Cox.
Oh,
Big up to you, mate. But yeah, the race itself, Michael, I thought it was a bit bang average, to be honest. I thought not much happened.
It wasn't let's say full of chaos like it were last week in Melbourne. So yeah, I thought it was average, but I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say about it. It was a race between strategists and pitwall for this one. But we did see some good moves on track. We did see some good racing.
Ollie Behrman today, wow, he well and truly got the elbows out.
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was good driving from Behrman and Gasly.
Yeah.
That good driving from both that. So you can have a pass without crashing into someone. So yeah, I think some of the young drivers just there's some that have done incredibly well, but there are some that they've got stuff to work on.
Yeah.
But it is only week to the second race.
I agree. But with Ferrari, I don't know whether you've noticed over the years where one year we have a brilliant car where we're competing for the title, but then following the season we seem to like fuck it up and panic, and then we're not really in the title fight. I mean, I'm a bit concerned we've done that again. I mean, if we're nowhere in the next couple of races, then I think this is going to be a long season for us. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did say it last week. I said wait until this weekend, but yeah, we've seen it now. We were 23 seconds behind the race winner today.
I mean, if you want to win the title, that is not going to win you a title.
No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, 23 seconds. That ain't it.
No.
But Franco Colapinto. That do you think I think Kai has said this.
Yeah.
Alpine, maybe. I think we'll see how Jack Doohan is going to get on during the season.
Yeah.
And then I say after 7 or 8 races, I think we're going to know more about all of these drivers.
100%. Yeah.
We're going to know more about them. Let's say if Jack Doohan is making errors all over the place, like in the 7th or 8th race of the season, therefore, he's going to have to be called out, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, and you got Pierre Gasly, who was outside the points in the same car. So, that's a point. F2 doesn't matter. What do you say that about F2, Joshua J? That Kai's put in the chat.
I mean, it's good experience for drivers, and I've been saying over the years that if you win an F2 title, you should get promoted immediately to F1, which they took a long time doing it, but now it looks like they finally are giving the younger generation a chance, because obviously more of the experienced drivers are retiring, so they want to give the younger generation a chance.
Yeah. I want to put another point to Kai's question.
Yeah, go on.
Nikita Mazepin was average in F2, by the way. How did he do in F1? He was awful.
Hayden Cox, is there PR in F1 or not? Yes, there is a little bit, but not as much as in football, no. Football, it's on a whole new level, but F1, a little bit, but not as bad.
Doesn't matter how you perform in F2, in my opinion. It depends who it is. If it's Nikita Mazepin, therefore, yeah, forget it. I mean, I think in this decade, obviously the 20s, yeah, I think he's probably the worst Formula One driver that we've had. But yeah, I mean, he ended up being called Crashapin.
Yeah.
Didn't he, geezer? I mean, that's what he ended up being called in the end. And was there any race that he was ahead of Mick Schumacher? No.
Nope.
Not at any point. Mazepin was good in F2. I think he finished 5th in that championship. If I remember rightly, I think he finished 5th. I think he might have won a race or two. But yeah, in F1, yeah. Yeah, facts, Kai. Yeah, he was dog shit, yeah.
Yeah, he was shocking.
Yeah, I mean, all right, that car was terrible in the first season. But the second season, no excuses, because Mick Schumacher was getting points. So there was no excuse. But yeah, I mean, he should never have had a drive in the first place, but that's my opinion. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought we would have seen that's like a gone by era, in Formula One, where you had drivers who were very slow. Do you remember, Geezer? And I think I'm going to name some of these names. I don't know if you don't remember them.
Yeah.
Tarso Marquez.
Yeah.
Menandi. He was always slow. Ricardo Rosset. Tyrrell. I think he was in the Tyrrell. There was another one, Argentinian.
Yeah.
Esteban Tuero. Remember him?
Yes.
And then there was another Argentinian, driven for Prost, Gaston Mazzacane.
Yeah.
And he was the last driver before Colapinto. Well,
Wow.
that's a very long time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And look at some of them drivers that they had at Super Aguri.
Yeah.
Super Aguri. Remember them? Some of the drivers that they had.
Yeah, I remember them, yeah.
Yeah. There was that Japanese driver who was alongside Takuma Sato. Can't remember his name, but I mean, that guy could barely qualify.
Yamamento or something. Yamamento, I think.
Yeah. I know Sakon Yamamoto.
Yes.
I think that might have been him.
Yeah.
On Yamamoto, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, there's another name. Rio Hiato. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. They had some stinkers, didn't they? Super Aguri.
And that driver who drove for us in Valencia 2009, can you remember that? Where we actually qualified at last on the grid.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to say there? I absolutely felt sorry for Luca Badoer.
Yeah,
He was with the team for many years as a reserve driver. So
yeah.
obviously he did, the behind the scenes work and all that stuff. He just wasn't cut out for F1. I mean,
Of course, we were meant to be getting Michael Schumacher back, but
yes.
then he had to call off his comeback because he wasn't fit enough.
Yeah, I do remember that race where Luca Badoer was like fourth in the Minardi back in 1999. I think it was
Yeah,
Nürburgring. Yeah. And his car broke down, 15 or 10 laps to the finish.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I remember he was absolutely distraught, wasn't he? I
yeah,
mean, what a drive that would have been if he'd have done it, by the way.
yeah,
But I think in that race, Matt Jenny got in the points. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't think Minardi were that upset in the end. But yeah, Luca Badoer. Yeah, I get why they gave it to him because they wanted to thank him for all the hard work he did over the years behind the scenes.
Yeah,
But yeah, when you had Kimi Räikkönen winning the race and Luca Badoer in the same car who was lapped, yeah, it's not on, is it?
I mean, Kimi Räikkönen, how on earth did he get us winning a race in 2009? That Ferrari was absolutely terrible car, but
It
he
was,
still won in Belgium.
yeah. It was, it was awful, wasn't it? God, I seen some of these names in terms of what Kai's putting. Sergei Sorokin. Yeah, I think it was Russian, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was Russian. Was it Lotus? Or Williams?
yeah,
He was in, if I
yeah,
remember rightly. Yeah, Nicholas Latifi. I actually think Nicholas Latifi got a lot of abuse. And I think it was unfair, actually.
yeah.
Look, I actually thought he was all right. I don't think he was that bad. I mean, yeah, all right. Yeah, he had some poor races, but he did get in the points here and there with a car that was as bad as that.
I mean, I felt sorry for him in Abu Dhabi 2021, right? Because obviously Lewis Hamilton fans online were blaming him because Hamilton didn't win the title in 2021. They were saying that he crashed in that and he cost Hamilton the championship. But no, it was an unfortunate error, and it was the FIA what cost Hamilton the title that season.
Yeah, at least he didn't crash his car on purpose like Nelson Piquet Jr.
Yeah, I
who did
remember that.
it on purpose.
Yep.
At least it weren't on purpose in terms of him. So, yeah, I mean, some of the names, yeah, Jolyon Palmer. I think he might have been Renault as well.
Yeah.
Was Bruno Senna.
Yep.
Ayrton Senna's son.
Yeah.
I think he was Ayrton's son, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruno Senna. Oh my God, they had some dodgy ones, didn't they? Valentí Petrov.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was Russian as well. That was another Russian driver. Yeah, they had some odd ones at that time. You know what? The driver who got a lot of abuse, yeah, was Pastor Maldonado.
I
He won
agree.
the race, by the way.
Yeah.
He won in Spain.
Yeah, he did.
Catalonia. He won. And that
Yeah.
car was shit.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, look, I think his teammate was Rubens Barrichello. And
Yeah.
Barrichello he was nowhere in that car, from what I remember. And look at the stick that Maldonado got because people were saying he was a paid driver.
Yeah.
But he was actually good in GP2, by the way.
I agree.
I think he won a title. And then he went on to win in Catalonia in Nat Williams.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, I think that was unfair. That. So he did have ability.
Yeah.
So, but Nick De Vries, oh yeah, he's gone back into Formula E now. Nick De Vries.
Yeah.
Of course, that's where he did well. Of
Yeah.
course, that's where he got his drive. And now he's gone back there. Manvia Ragafan. I'm not sure. It might be an F2 driver, that one. I'm not sure. Mick Schumacher. Right, this is what I'm going to say. Now Kai's brought this up now. Right, Mick Schumacher, for me, I think should have been given another chance in Formula One. And I'm not saying that because he's Michael's son.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because he's his son. In that second season, Mick Schumacher he got in the points. He did some good races. And I think he should have had a chance in a better car.
Yeah.
And I think we might have seen what ability he might have had.
I agree.
Was he a Mercedes reserve driver?
Yes. Yes, he was.
I don't know if he's still is. I don't know what he's doing currently, but Dan Ticktum, I think Dan Ticktum was in F2, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in F3 as well, and apparently he got banned in F3 because he did something reckless.
Oh, he's got a bit of a reputation. I've heard about this. Yeah, I've heard about
Yep.
that. De Vries should have went to Williams. I'm not sure if he would have done better in that car.
Nope.
I mean, you never know, but yeah, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ticktum banned for 2 years. Yeah, I knew there was something about it, about that guy. I heard about it. But yeah. But yeah, what do you say about where Formula One is at the moment? Are you actually enjoying Formula One again now, Geezer? I mean, in general, obviously we're not enjoying in terms of Ferrari, obviously, but
that's true. He does, and obviously, if he was swearing in today's paddock and that, he'll probably get banned because MBS is really clamping down on it. Well, MBS is an absolute runner anyway.
yeah.
But yeah, we have one. I mean, last season I thought it was quite a good season. I thought it was quite exciting for a while. I did lose a bit of passion for F1 because I thought there's too much off-track action being spoken about than on-track action. I was getting bored of it. Keep hearing about that Ron and Christian Horner and that. It's like it was doing my head in.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that video that I sent you when he got rattled
Yes.
by the Sky Sports presenter? He got rattled, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
When you put yourself in that spotlight, you must know you're getting questions like that.
Yeah,
you get questions.
Absolutely.
And it was his fault for giving him a contract extension. That was his fault.
Yeah.
And yet he was losing his rattle in terms of the presenters. They were just doing their job.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But yeah, that's why I cut him on my channel. I did it today. I think I might have done it yesterday as well. But yeah, you've got to cut these wrong guns. Haven't you? You got to put them in the bin.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of F1, yeah, it was a decent race. I'm looking forward to Suzuka.
100%.
I'm 100% looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And it's Yuki's home race.
Yep.
And he did well there last year. He got the points.
And the question is, what car is he going to be in? Is he going to be in the Red Bull, or is he still going to be in the Racing Bulls?
Racing Bulls.
Yeah, I reckon so as well.
I think Liam Lawson will stay where he is. They've got to stick with him now.
Yeah.
They made that decision. Stick with him.
Yeah.
They've created that now, so stick with him.
Yep.
So I think it'd be ridiculous if he ends up losing his drive after 2 rounds. I think that's
it'd be criminal. Yeah, criminal.
But yeah, we said it on our channel, Geezer, too early. We all said it. We said it last year.
Yep.
But that's their problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously, we've got to focus in terms of our guys, the boys in red, haven't we? We've got to focus on. We finished 23 seconds behind the race winner today. So how are we going to claw that back in the coming rounds?
I mean, no doubt about it, mate. We need upgrades on the car because I think our race pace is very, very poor.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we've seen a perfect indication of where we are now. So given the race today. And the race was not, it wasn't wet, it wasn't raining, it wasn't chaotic, it was dry, bone dry.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we know where we are now. So yeah, there's major work ahead, isn't there? In terms of the team. But yeah, football, Geezer, women's football.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, this weekend there was women's football and non-league football. I want to mention this first. Oldham Athletic winning 2-0 at Boundary Park yesterday against Halifax. Our playoffs in the National League.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm glad about that because our form has not been great lately.
Oh, yeah.
We had a 1-1 draw with our rivals Rochdale.
Yeah.
Last week. And then we did beat Eastleigh midweek before that.
Oh, yeah.
But before that, we had some draws, some defeats. So yeah, we're off the pace in terms of the other 3. Barnet, York City, and Forest Green. We're off the pace in terms of them 3 now.
Yeah.
So the only way, if Oldham Athletic can get in the back in the Football League, we're going to have to win through the playoffs.
Yeah.
And we're going to be in the first part of the playoffs. So as it stands, I think Barnet are at the top of the table. So they're going to be automatic promotion, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, and we played Barnet, I think, a few weeks ago, and we got battered.
Oh, yeah.
We got battered by them. So, look, I think it was a good win, but hopefully, oddly enough, Geezer, Oldham Athletics away form is actually better than what it is at Boundary Park.
Wow.
In the last 2 games, we have won.
Yeah.
And obviously a draw against Rochdale. So maybe turning the corner a little bit, but obviously wait and see.
Which league are you in, by the way? Are you in the Conference Premier or is it National League North?
Yeah, it's the main one. It's below League 2.
Conference Premier, yeah.
Yeah, we call it Conference, didn't we?
Yeah,
was the original name before, wasn't it? It was Conference
yeah,
to all of us. So,
yeah.
yeah,
Because yeah,
where are you
my
at?
non-league team, Chippenham Town FC. Because obviously I support Chippenham Town because like
Yeah,
my grandparents went to watch them and that, so
yeah.
that's why I support them. They're in the National League South, which is one league below the Conference Premier.
Oh, yeah, yeah, you're one below us then.
Yeah,
Um, are you in the National League South?
yeah,
Is it?
yeah. We're in the National League South. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, if we ended up going down, we would have been in the north anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the only chance we could have ever played you guys is like the Vars Trophy or whatever it's called. I think they have a cup, don't they, as well in the non-league.
I
So
mean,
I think
yeah, I was at Chippenham Town yesterday. I was watching them against Weymouth, and it is a crazy game. Both teams had straight red cards. Both teams was down to 10 men.
oh yeah, I saw your video on that, geezer.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, uh, yeah, you filmed obviously some of it, but yeah, I know you said that there was people with the families. Obviously, it's international, so obviously it's
yeah.
the Premier League and whatnot, were there?
I mean,
So
I just wanted to be a bit more respectful, because there was a lot of children there, and I didn't want to catch
yeah,
them on camera and that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that. Yeah, but yeah, what did you think of your game then? Were you happy with the result of 1-0?
Yeah, yeah, 1-0 victory because we actually lost three in a row. So I was glad to avoid a fourth defeat in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Weymouth were in the conference, so not too long. I think it might have not been too long ago, but yeah, I think they must have gone down.
Yeah, they
So
were in the conference. Yeah, they got relegated recently.
ah, yeah. So yeah, if you've lost the last three, surely that's a good result. Um, that's a good result then.
Yeah,
But yeah, the women's team. Obviously, I was watching it. Obviously, given I was, um, chatting to some of my subscribers on the stream as well.
yeah.
The women 2-1. I'm happy about that, geezer.
I mean,
Eric
that's a good comeback by you
yeah,
guys because you weren't great in the first half, were you?
oh,
You were
no.
very poor.
Yeah, we were 1-0 down. We went behind you. Erin Cuthbert, she lands it.
Yeah,
She lands it, don't she? And yeah, we've got her until 2027, and oh boy, I'm happy with that.
yeah.
Geezer. Um, but yeah, that was tough. So I'm glad we came through that, and hopefully that is going to be a confidence booster going into Thursday for the Champions League.
Yeah, I know. It's insane how many times you're playing Man City women. It's like about four times in a row.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, we got them again on Thursday, and we're 2-0 down in that. So we're gonna need an early goal. We've got work to do.
Yeah.
If we're gonna salvage that, we've got work to do. Um, but yeah. What about Man United's women, Joshy J Geezer? I don't know the result. I think you played Villa. Was
Yeah,
it?
4-0.
Oh,
We won 4-0. Obviously, in the end, quite a comfortable afternoon, really, at Villa Park. Villa didn't really threaten much. And yeah, our goal scorers were Turland got two, Clinton got one, and Galton got one as well. So a
oh,
4-0 victory. And I just wanted us to respond, mate, because obviously we lost to Liverpool, which obviously I was not too happy about, but I wasn't angry because that was only our second defeat of the season. But today, the players showed a good response and the passing was good. And yeah, you can tell how much more exciting they are to watch than the men at the moment. You know, the men are so boring. They just like to keep possession, but you see the women going forwards a lot more, and it's so exciting. But the men just like to keep possession, passing it sideways and that, and it's boring as heck, mate.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Joshy J Geezer, yeah, I mean, you should be a Chelsea fan. I mean, my God, if you've seen that London derby and you saw how bad we were.
Oh,
In
mate, that Arsenal and Chelsea game last weekend was literally got to be one of the worst Arsenal and Chelsea games ever.
Yeah. You know, it was a miracle I weren't even asleep in terms of it was bad. That was bad, Geezer. That's
Yeah,
not a London derby.
nope.
That's not a London derby that we've seen over the years. We've seen eventful ones, but that it was it was
Piss poor,
boring.
mate.
It
It's
was all that.
shocking. Yeah,
Yeah. What do you think of football now? You know, it's all love arts now. Where's the banter gone?
yeah. I mean, I loved it when I was watching it in the early 2000s and that, because obviously Patrick Vieira and Roy Keane had arguments in the
Yeah,
tunnel, you know, no hugs and kisses and that, like ready to go to war with each other. That's what I loved about it. But these days, it's all hugs and kisses. You know why it is, mate? Why they do huddles as well? All for social media. That's why, mate.
yeah, yeah. And it yeah, and in we had Mourinho versus Wenger
Yeah,
on the touchline as well. That is what I call a London derby.
yes.
And a few years ago, Tuchel and Conte.
Oh, mate, that was
Tuchel and Conte.
epic.
That that is what you call a derby.
Facts.
That is what I see a proper match.
Facts.
And now it's all loves and cuddles, and it's embarrassing. And
Yeah,
you know which fan bases are blamed for that?
go on.
Tottenham,
Yep.
Arsenal.
Oh, yeah,
Are
North London United. I mean, the 14th of May last year. I mean, what a dark day for English football. Seriously. Two rivals being on the same side. What the fucking heck are we doing here, mate?
Yeah. Oh God. You know, I've still kept that picture. Do you remember that picture of you know, them two elephants?
Yep.
I've still got that. You know, I'm gonna show you. So it's a sharp reminder. You know what? I've got to do a stream about Tottenham and Arsenal. And you
It
know
just
what?
goes to show, mate, modern football is in the bin. Is absolutely in the bin.
So any Tottenham or Arsenal fan who mouth off, yeah,
Yep.
uh, show them that.
Absolutely, yep.
I mean, what the bloody hell is that?
I know, mate.
I mean, would you say Barcelona and Real Madrid giving each other kisses and bloody cuddles?
Mate, if anyone did that, they would literally hunt down your address and be with you within about, what, half an hour or an hour, and then you'd have to get out of your property. Seriously.
And if you have you ever seen that in the Glasgow derby, Celtic and
N-
Rangers?
Nope.
You know, giving each other loves and bloody love hearts and all this. No, don't. What is all this? What we're seeing here? It's a bloody unicorn league.
Yep.
It only happens here. You don't see it anywhere else. Look
Yep.
at some of the others, Geezer,
Yeah.
Galatasaray and Fenerbahce. You don't see them all loving each other.
I
It's
mean, mate,
violent.
Fenerbahce last season missed out on the league title by a point, and you had their fans like literally ripping up their president's poster.
Yeah, you know, yeah. In that league, in that fixture, you have violence in them games.
Yeah,
Another one, Olympiakos and Panathinaikos in Greece.
yeah,
There as well. Do you think all them do bloody love arts and all that? No, I mean they have smash plates and whatnot.
yeah,
That's what it's about.
yes.
Rivalry.
Rivalry, yes.
What are we seeing now, geezer?
I mean, it's in the bin, mate. Modern football is in the bin. Shall I tell you why? Thanks to social media,
Yeah.
Twitter and all that. It pisses me off, mate, honestly.
Social media, PR.
Yeah,
It's PR or PR, geezer.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I hate PR.
I do as well.
Oh my god, the PR. And 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 it in terms of and it creates that. That's what it creates.
Yeah,
So you know what? In terms of all them, Tottenham and Arsenal fans are squawking about other clubs that have no history.
yeah,
You know what? I'm just going to bloody show that.
yeah,
So if you have a North London rivalry, then what the bloody hell is that?
yeah, I know. And you even had Arsenal fans as well putting the chicken on their Arsenal shirts, covering up the Arsenal badge and putting the chicken on it. I mean, what are we doing here, mate? Seriously.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, I've got some of the others here as well. Yeah, there's that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's that one as well, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, what the bloody hell is that? And that is the measure of this fan base.
yeah,
Look, I mean, all of us, we want to enjoy football. We want to enjoy the game, and part of the game is rivalry and
yeah,
banter.
yeah,
Rivalry and banter. That's always been a part of football, but now it's bloody love hearts and bloody kisses. I
yeah.
mean, what is this? It's ridiculous.
I mean, what sort of name does it send out, mate? It's pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is why I blame their fan bases for this. They created all this.
100% facts.
I mean, they're in they're absolute state. You
Yeah,
know what? I think I'm gonna do a stream on that, and then I'm gonna use that picture.
yeah,
And that is and that should be a rude awakening to their bloody fan bases.
yeah,
Well, obviously, yeah, it won't, will it? I mean, Arsenal, I mean, they're too far gone as well.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look at their fan base. I mean, they're a state, aren't they?
yeah.
I mean, as well. But yeah, I mean, it's not football.
Nope,
That's not the football that we know.
nope.
So, oh my god, I mean, when I first saw that, I had no words.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I mean, we all knew that football was in the bin anyway, but that was something else.
yeah,
You know what I dread in terms of this fan base now?
yeah.
They're gonna mirage our club badge with the seagull merchants.
Oh my gosh, just imagine.
Or they're going to have the 2 bloody elephants with, one of them wearing a Chelsea shirt and then another wearing a bloody Brighton shirt. I mean, I bloody hope not. If I ever see that, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yep.
I'll lose it, geezer.
Yeah.
I'll go bloody mad if I see that. I just know I'll go bloody mad. But it's none of this. It's not football. Not
Nope.
to us.
It's not.
And it's like what you always say in your stream. Elite.
High standards.
Yes. See? There you go.
Yep.
So why has everyone else got their standards in a bloody toilet?
No idea, mate.
Because that's where everyone else's standards are. Doing that toilet.
Facts.
So, yeah, I mean these that are waffling on about their bloody history. What about that picture?
Yeah.
So is that picture part of your history now as well? Because I'd say it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, right back at you in terms of those wrong uns. So yeah. But yeah, geezer. Yeah, what did you think of England and Tuchel? I saw bits of it.
Yeah.
But ultimately, what did you think of Thomas Tuchel's first time in the dugout?
Yeah.
And another thing, what do you think of Harry Redknapp's comments about the manager should be English?
I mean, look, I think that's a complete overreaction and disrespect to other managers. Anyone could be England manager. And Thomas Tuchel in his first game, I liked what I saw. I thought the passing was better. At times we were still a bit pragmatic, but it looked like we wanted to go forwards a bit more. So I find that encouraging because under waistcoat rules, the football was so pragmatic and boring.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You know what there's one thing I want.
Yeah.
And I know there's one thing that's going to cheer me up.
Yes.
If Gareth Southgate ends up at Arsenal,
Yeah.
Tottenham, oh boy, I'm going to cook in terms of that.
Yeah.
Let's say if they get rid of Ange,
Yeah.
and they're going to bring him in. Oh my god, that is going to be a cut sesh.
Yep.
I mean, we've all got to rip into the spuds for that if that happens.
Oh, 100%, mate.
It might happen.
Yeah, it might do.
I think you'll be all right with that, geezer, because that means he won't be coming near your club, wouldn't he?
Oh, mate, he can say well away.
Yeah. So at the end of it, he stays away from your club then. So yeah, that's a bonus for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, look, right. In terms of Man United's season, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy it. Look, I enjoy your reactions.
Yeah.
The way when you get your mother's spoon out. Yeah. That's what I want to see. I want to see genuine, anger from the fan base. Not this acceptance. Let's go again next week.
Trust the process and all that bollocks. No. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's why you've got to cook them. Like you did with that that Jamie Jackson.
Oh, what a Ronan.
Yeah, you have to do it, geezer.
Yeah.
You know, when you see, shit in the media, yeah, you've got to do it, haven't you? You got to land it on the wrong ones, you know. Whether it's that Jamie Jackson or whether it's Ratcliffe, you know, you've got to do it, haven't you? Because who else is gonna do it?
I think is none of the big YouTube channels to do it because they'll lose out on their pay, won't they? Their
Yeah, they will.
sponsorship money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah, are you doing that the Argentina Brazil stream? Is it Wednesday morning? Is it for us?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll be getting the old laptop out for that one.
Oh,
You know
we
what?
got to win that game. We have to
Yeah.
win.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's that's a big one, geezer, isn't it?
Yep.
That is the one that we all want to win this one.
Yeah.
Look, we're in third place now, so it's not bad.
Nope.
But it's the football itself that is still a question, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, it is the football itself. But it's going to be a tough game because, yeah, I think Argentina they just take a narrow win against Uruguay. I think it
I
was
think so. Yeah.
yeah, I think that was 1-0. I think it was a narrow win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Thiago Almada who scored.
Oh yeah.
I think he plays in the LMS. Atalanta United, I think. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
At least he did do. I don't know if he still does, but yeah, they have no Lionel Messi.
Yeah.
That's one thing that might work in our favour. They haven't got Lionel Messi.
True. True.
They do have quality players, though. I mean, we know they have quality players. You know, there's no doubt about that. But yeah, no Lionel Messi. I think that makes our job a little bit easier, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because obviously we know what he can do.
Yeah.
But you know what? If we can get away with a draw and a point, I'll take it at this point.
Yeah.
You know, 0-0, 1-1. If we get anything like that, would you take that, geezer? Because I would.
Yeah. I would, mate. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, at least it will show that we didn't lose.
Yeah.
So there is that. But yeah, we've got to find out on Wednesday, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're going to be relying on Rafinha.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can, land it again, like he did with the penalty on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to need Rafinha once again. Yeah, Vinny Jr., I saw he scored. It was a deflection, wasn't it, geezer? It was a deflection.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, if we get out of that place in Argentina with a point, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then we can move forward in terms of the rest of the group.
Yeah.
So the World Cup, we are what? Are we in March?
Yes.
15, 16 months away now.
Yeah.
Who would you say who are the favourites? Or is it too early to say at the moment?
I think it's too early to say. Obviously, Spain might be one to watch out for because they won the Euros, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations to Japan because
Oh, yeah.
they haven't they?
Yeah.
100% record in their group.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean they've bossed it, haven't they? And yeah, I think there's I think New Zealand are playing New Caledonia.
Yeah.
think that's the Oceania final.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, New Zealand, they're going to be overwhelming favourites, aren't they? They got Chris Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they beat Fiji 7-0 the other day, I believe. So
Wow.
I think that shows you where the football is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think of football in Oceania? Because obviously Australia moved to Asia, didn't they? To be
Yeah.
more competitive. Do you think it's a good idea that we have a 48-team World Cup and then we give a place to an Oceania side?
I mean, it does sound a bit crazy, and it sounds like a lot of teams, 48.
Yeah. Did you prefer 32?
Yes.
Yeah, I do. I think we should stick to the format that we knew.
It's a bit like the Champions League, mate, and the Europa League. That's changed this year.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the changes of it. I prefer what I know. And yet, that Champions League and I couldn't figure it out on who was actually qualifying at the time because it kept changing.
Yeah.
I couldn't even figure it out, or let alone who they were going to be playing against.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did a stream a few weeks ago where, I was looking up in terms of, let's say, Chelsea, the Conference League. I had no idea about who we were bloody playing.
Yeah, I know.
I honestly thought we were playing Victor de Guimarães or something like that.
Yeah.
Portuguese side, but no, we didn't. Yeah, I mean, I could make head or tail of it.
Yeah, crazy, mate. It's mental.
So, yeah, I prefer that old format, Geezer, and I think that's what we should have stuck to.
Yeah.
I'll say the same for the World Cup as well.
I mean, Liverpool finished top of that league phase table, and they still got Paris Saint-Germain. I mean, may that make sense?
Yeah, they did, and they got knocked out. Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. So, it didn't really mean anything, didn't in the end for Liverpool, did it? So,
But yeah, going back to Manchester United, what do you make of all these excuses saying, "Oh, we're broke. Oh, we would have run out of money at the end of the year. This and that." I mean, I don't think we are broke. I think it's a load of bollocks.
yeah. If they're broke, they're why of throwing, let's say, 2 billion into that circus tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be funded by the government.
Yeah.
And this is what a question I've got to say about the government.
Yeah.
Where's Roman Abramovich's 2.3 billion?
Exactly. That should be in his bank account right now.
Yeah, if they have it sitting there, just give it back to him.
Yeah.
It's his money, so therefore give it back to him.
Yep.
So yeah, that interview with Neville, I mean, that it was 40 minutes of waffle.
It was, mate. Yeah.
I mean, Neville, he were he was like a little girl around.
Yeah, he was.
It was like a little girl around him. It's embarrassing that.
Yeah.
Gary Neville, who's supposed to be a legend of your club, apparently, and yeah, he was sucking up to him like a teenage girl. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It just shows what Gary Neville's interest is. It's not Man United.
Yeah.
It's that hotel. That's where his real interest is.
Yeah.
That's the truth of it, geezer. It's the bloody hotels.
Yeah.
And of course, if that thing goes ahead, the hotels, boom.
Yeah.
More money.
Yeah.
If it happens. And this is where you were pessimistic about that, Geezer. You think, I mean, do you really think that could go ahead? Because there's a lot of factors.
Yeah,
There's workers,
yeah,
people who are going to be building it. So what about their wages?
yeah.
Do you expect all them who are going to build that circus tent to do it for free?
No,
So who's going to be paying the workers? Is the
exactly.
are the government doing that as well?
Probably not.
Yes. So this is where it's this could be nonsense.
Yeah,
They said they broke, and this suddenly pops up. How convenient. After the
Uh,
protests. How convenient.
yeah. They did it, mate, to try and get the fans back in the football club's good books. I mean, let's get it right.
Yeah. If that happens, I'll be very surprised.
Yep,
You know, I would be truly very surprised if it actually happens.
yep.
But yeah, and if wouldn't it have been cheaper to redevelop Old Trafford?
That's my thinking, mate.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
maybe get an actual roof, and then maybe the stadium would stop leaking.
yeah,
Get an actual roof over the stadium.
yep,
No, not a terrible hard job to do. Redevelop it a little bit, make it a little bit more modern, and then you still got your Old Trafford.
I mean, it's history. Like all the trophies we've won on that stadium and that, and these modern stadiums, they never have the same feeling, do they? It's the old school stadiums.
Mm. Yeah, you might be the new Emirates.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I mean, do you want to stay an atmosphere like that? Soulless tourists,
yeah,
the PR or their Twitter accounts and social media. You get a lot of views for, let's say, social media. Let's say you're in the Emirates, yeah. Post
yeah,
yourself a picture like that, yeah, and
yeah,
then all the clicks come in,
yeah,
don't they? And then all the clicks come in. Yeah, I saw you stream. I think it was last night where you talked about the Emirates.
yeah,
Are you actually going?
yeah. Well, you see, I do like watching women's football, and I've never been
Ah,
to the Emirates, and nor has my dad. You see, so I want to surprise him.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh, yeah. I actually hope you have I actually hope you have a great day out. Actually, by the
Yeah,
way, and if you do like a little short video about it. I mean, if you want to, geezer.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, you're going to experience the Emirates firsthand. So
yeah,
let's see if it's true about what we see on TV about that stadium. We're
yeah.
going to see it
Absolutely.
firsthand, aren't we? Now
Yeah,
you're going to see it firsthand. Like I saw Stamford Bridge firsthand a few weeks ago, and
yeah,
it was a month ago now, wasn't it? I
yeah,
mean, yeah. I mean, the brown envelope matrix. If people are saying it's nonsense or it's a myth, it's true.
yeah,
It's true. And and this is what people have said about minerals. I
yeah,
mean, he lands it, doesn't he?
yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's how I found your name through his channel. Otherwise, I might have never have met you.
yeah. I know.
Old geezer.
Yeah, how crazy is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just came by in that one stream, one night. Yeah, I can't actually remember what I said. I think I might have said big up or something like that. I normally do with everyone. and then we suddenly got talking, and then we're suddenly doing this. We're doing, regular streams. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been on your channel a lot, and then last week you were on my channel on that when we were talking about the Australian Grand Prix. So
Yeah.
it's mad how, and from what I've seen of obviously your channel, you've got a nice community of people who follow you as well. And
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to, everyone who's like took the time to, support your channel, and obviously I know you've got members as well, obviously, because you got members. You got that members only video,
Yeah.
which I saw yesterday, geezer.
Yeah.
By the way, I mean, I mean, trains. I mean, yeah, actually, I loved going on a train when I was younger.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the last handful of years, obviously, we never got the opportunity to do that. Due to my grandma's health. In the last few years, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, going on the train, I loved it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's one great way of transport, isn't it? Trains, you get there quicker.
Much quicker. Yeah.
Long as there's no strikes and all
Yeah.
that stuff,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's them were the days, and that's I mean, that's how I got to that's when my grandma took me to Blackpool, Southport.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you've ever been to Blackpool, geezer. I don't know if you've ever been, but
No, I haven't, mate.
yeah. But if you do go one day, I seriously recommend it, because
Yeah.
I loved it there when I was a kid, and I like Southport as well. Yeah, I like Southport as well. So, Lewis Hamilton, yeah.
Big up to you, Kuiper, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a very good race, was it? But
No.
yeah, but with that news that's added, I mean, it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
All points taken away. I mean, yeah, points would have helped. I think there's major work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, just say worst case scenario, if we're nowhere, say in the next few races, 4 or 5 races, do you say bin off this season and let's try and go again in 2026?
Yeah, that's when the new regulations come in, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what? I think since the new regulations are coming in, I think, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think that will be same for, let's say sober. If
Yeah.
they're sober, well, maybe same for them as well, maybe. But yeah, I think if it's a season where we might only get 3rd, 4th in the championship,
Yeah.
I'm going to be disappointed with that.
I am, because I actually thought we had a real chance possibly going one better this year, but what I've seen these last couple races, I think we're in spot bonker, mate. I really do.
Yeah. And yeah, this weekend was a better indication of where, where these drivers and where these teams actually are now.
Yep, unfortunately, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of driver ability in terms of Max putting the Red Bull up there.
Yeah.
I don't think the Red Bull is as good as people are making out. And
Nope.
of course, these are the ones who are calling for Liam Lawson's head, isn't it? I mean,
pathetic, mate.
yeah. I mean, I saw a few tweets. I think it might have been in today's stream.
Yeah.
Where people are saying, "Oh, replace Liam Lawson." I mean, they're not going to be doing that.
Yeah.
And replace him with who? With a young lad who's only just arrived in Formula One in Isaac Kaja, because that's who they're going to put in the seat.
I mean, that'd be a disaster.
And he's too young.
Yep.
And it looks like he's 16 or something. He looks very young, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So and that is disastrous as well.
Yep.
And that's not going to be good for his development.
Nope.
Either. And Yuki Tsunoda, well, they've made a point clear. They don't want him in that seat.
Nope.
But you know what? He's got his deal with Aston Martin, so he can give him the V sign.
Yeah.
When he goes to them. So
absolutely. But listen, people, make sure you're subscribing to Michael.Chelsea FC. His link is in the title. My F1 channel is also in the title as well. So do go and check that out. Michael, what have you got coming up on your channel, mate?
It's kind of a bit of a break this week in the next few days. Obviously, we're going to be, I think it's Wednesday morning, Brazil and Argentina. So obviously, I'm going to join you for that one. And of course, we're doing it on my laptop because, we had a bit of disaster in terms of the stream on Wednesday. I kept freezing, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I'm doing it on here from now on. So, and the stream has been a star this time because I've been on this. But Thursday we've got Chelsea versus Man City women again. Second leg. So we have got to score early. We've got to make that game count because if we don't, we're going to be in for a long one.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, the weekend, I think it's FA Cup in it, so we're not. I think there'll be MotoGP. I think there is MotoGP. I'll have to check where that is. So I'll be doing that. But I don't think we're playing until midweek. I think we've got Spuds, 3rd of April.
Our next game is on the 1st of April against Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, it's still a bit of a while away now, isn't it, Geezer? So
yeah.
I don't know if I'll make another stream in between then. I mean, if I do, I'll wait and see. I am going to get plenty of sleep in, so I could be back on Wednesday morning with you and Adam.
So, I mean, mate, the number of times I've done streams, like, especially in the Copa America matches, like speaking on my own for 2 hours, like nearly nodding off and that, it does take a lot of energy out of you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I've said that in one of your comments. I mean, I did 10 live streams in 7 days. At the very least.
Wow.
I mean, last week it was Formula One, MotoGP, that London Derby, the women's game, and then I was on a stream with Yeti as well.
Yeah.
And then I did a stream with I did some streams with you as well, and I think it catched up to me.
And you've been on Early Doors Football Team Hayes channel as well. I saw you
Yeah.
on his channel once.
Yeah, I was a little bit late on his show tonight, so yeah, apologies to Tony again on terms of that. But yeah, I didn't think I'd do a stream for 8 hours today, but the chat I had with DJ Sab James, CFC Blues, and AK4P. I mean, God, us guys were top for hours on that stream.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things I always wanted to do. I always wanted to get people on because, me doing watch-alongs and streams on my own for, 2, 3, 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, it is at times very tiring.
And and for me, last week, it all catched up to me.
Yep.
And it's remarkable because when I was younger, I never went to sleep. I
Yeah.
was the other way around when I was younger. And you know what I did for a while? I slept during the daytime, and
Yeah.
obviously, my grandma wasn't wasn't happy about that. But yeah, I mean, I could get why. Why she said that, so I understand. But
Yeah, you're right, Kuiper, and that's very true. Alex Albon deserves big credit. But yeah, it's like I got coming up this week. Obviously, today I got my driver ratings and team ratings video, and my football channel. I am going to do a live watch on of the England game, even though I say it'd be boring. But anyway, I'm going to do it anyway, and then probably do another stream on this channel. And then Tuesday, probably going to do a video of Ollie Behrman on my F1 channel, like talking about his impressive weekend. And then, probably maybe another stream, or I may think, do you know what? Just don't bother doing the stream that night. Save my energy for the Brazil game.
Oh yeah, got the Argentina Brazil game.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
I mean, you look to your watch time hours, because your watch time hours must be increasing now. You go onto your analytics. Surely you're getting more watch time hours now.
Currently, I think I'm over. I think I'm at 2,100 or something like that currently.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually halfway through. I think it's where is it? One. I'm on 3,000. This is it. 2,220 public watch hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 3,000 on that one, and then on the second one, it's 4,000. So I don't know if it has to hit all of it for me to do like memberships and what have you. I think.
Well, once you get up to 3,000, mate, you can apply for the YouTube program, and that's how you get the super chats and the memberships.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because that must have you only started that recently, and you've done YouTube for was it 12 years or you've done
12 years. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't my very first channel, but out of all my channels, this has been my most successful channel.
Oh yeah, because Manchester United content.
Yeah.
Because that's regular, isn't it? But how long is it? When you do them uploads, are they difficult to do? for you, or is it relatively easy?
Quite easy, mate, because I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, big up to Michael.LCFC coming on once again. You know, we had fun talking about F1 a little bit, about football. So, yeah, it's been a great show. And like I said, make sure you're subscribing to Michael.LCFC. His link is in the title. And we're out of here, people. Bosh.
Yeah. Big up, everyone. Yeah, big up, Yeezer.
Yep. Bosh.